Hey everybody, I've got a great new training for you. Please say hello as we're going live. Let me know who's there. So, do you remember those days when we could travel, right? Remember going on vacation, going somewhere cool, somewhere fun, somewhere exciting, packing your bags, knowing you were going to a new destination. One of my most favorite places to go was Malibu, or is Malibu Beach. I loved going to Malibu. Malibu was great, and one of the reasons I loved it, it was fabulous. I was really fortunate because my uncle had one of his homes right on the beach, right on the water, and I got to go there. And one of the reasons he had a house there is that he was he wrote TV shows like Bewitched, wrote movies. He wrote Cary Grant's last movie and did a whole bunch of other things too. But those are some of the cool ones. And so naturally, one of his homes was there, and I got to go there. And often I would get the house all to myself for the week, and then they would come down. My uncle and his family would come down on the weekend, and one thing he had warned me about is he said, look, Kate, you're going to, be walking around on the beach or at the supermarket or restaurant, whatever, and you're going to see celebrities. You're going to see movie stars, TV stars, things like that. He goes, leave them alone. Don't bug them. Don't ask them for an autograph. Don't ask them to take a photo or any selfies, any of that other kind of stuff. It's like, don't do that. He goes, let them have their time. And, when you think about it, celebrities, movie stars, TV stars, they kind of have these dual personas, right? That when you see them on the screen, they're all dolled up, hair is perfect, makeup is perfect, nails, body, I mean, everything, their wardrobe, everything is absolutely perfect. However, if you were to see them walking around Malibu, you would see them kind of in jeans or shorts, flip-flops, baseball cap, sunglasses, that t-shirt, that was kind of like the typical uniform. And if you saw me walking around in Malibu, I'd be dressed exactly that way too. In fact, I would just sometimes see people like looking at me going like, I wonder who she is. And I often wanted to go like, it's Kate Beaters, the breakthrough success expert. Of course I didn't, but you never knew like who was behind those sunglasses and under that baseball cap. And the thing is that most of us don't really have that extreme different personas. That's kind of, I think, pretty much, for that industry. Most of us, who we are is who we are. It's like that old expression, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. And when you think about it, how you show up in your workplace, how you show up in your business, is pretty much going to be how you show up at home. So if you're super, super organized at work, you're most likely going to be the same way at home. If you have a hard time setting boundaries at work, that you always say like, sure, I'll do it, you're probably going to be kind of the same at home. And the same thing too, that if it's difficult for you to ask for help or support or get your questions answered, you're probably going to find the same thing at home too, right? There isn't that much of a differentiator. There isn't there like a dividing line, like this is work and this is home. We don't have that extreme a division like these celebrities do. And thinking about this reminds me of just I've got so many stories, but like one client, for example, that we're working on her business growth, including helping her get better at sales conversations, because she tended to find she gave things away. It was very hard for her to kind of stand up and say like, no, this is how I work, and those things cost extra money and all that kind of stuff. She kind of would just give it all away. And after we've been working together for a little bit, she mentioned that um, she notices this, she had this observation of her relationship with her boyfriend. They've been dating, I don't know, 4 or 6 months, something like that. And what was going on is that she would say that her boyfriend would say, hey, let's do something. He'd say, like, what do you want to do? And she'd be like, oh, I don't care, whatever you want to do. And then he'd say, like, how about if we go to a movie? Is there a movie you want to see? And she'd be like, I don't care, whatever movie you want to see. And maybe he'd say like, well, let's go get something to eat afterwards. She'd be like, oh, that's fine, wherever you want to go. So she never would take a stand and say like, this is what I want to do. But she noticed, and the reason she was bringing it up is she's like, hey, I don't always like his choices, but I'm afraid to say something because I'm afraid like, what if he gets mad at me? What if he doesn't like my choices? What if he breaks up with me? All those kinds of things. And we're holding her back. So she noticed that as we continued to work together, that her relationship started to shift as well. that she was able to start saying to her boyfriend, look, when he said go to movies, she goes, movies are great, but let's go see a comedy because I don't want to see any more violent movies. They give me nightmares. Or if you talk about where to go to eat, she'd say, look, we've already, no more Italian restaurants this month. We've already been 3 times. Let's do, something different. Let's have some variety. So she was able to kind of stand up for herself, which is what she hadn't been able to do. And she noticed as well as being able to stand up for herself and her business. So when clients wanted additional services during the sales conversation, she was able to say, yep, I can absolutely do that for you. And this is how much it is, as opposed to being afraid like, oh no, they're going to walk away and not liking me anymore and all this other kind of stuff. And that's really what I believe is really one of the biggest powers of the work I do is, again, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. That my clients will have, whether you want to use the phrase a domino effect or butterfly effect, whatever word you want to use, a ripple effect, that it doesn't just stay stuck in just like their business, that they show up everywhere. So as they become more confident, it shows up in so many other areas of their life too, and it continues to grow and expand. And that's what I love. And that's one of the things I'm most excited about, the sales challenge I'm doing, A Taste of Brilliance, which is coming up. And I'm really super excited because not only to see you, as you participate in this, grow and expand and become more confident on sales conversations, but you may even start noticing some shifts and changes in the other areas of your life too. And that to me is super exciting. So I'm hoping you're going to join us for the 10 days. To register, it's super easy. You go to katebeaters.com/challenge10, and it's the numeric 10. And the really great news is that many of my counterparts, would be charging hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for this 10-day training, because each day there's going to be mindset training or strategy training, short little trainings in the morning with the challenge. But this is actually going to be complimentary. It's going to be free for my community, but you do need to register. And that's katebeaters.com/challenge10. Also, too, something really cool. There's some really cool companies who are donating prizes. Super excited because as they're telling me the prizes, I'm like, I want to win these things. So I'm excited for all of you who get to win. Obviously, not everybody wins a physical prize. However, you will leave at the end. If you play each day and you do the challenges each day, you'll notice a difference from when you started till the 10 days. And that's what I'm super, super excited for you. So go ahead, register today. Don't put it off. That's a big thing we tend to do, is procrastinate. Do it right now. As you're wrapping up watching this video, go to katebeaters.com/challenge10. Go register. It's super easy. Take you a minute. Then you'll get an email with all the details telling you where the Facebook group is going to be and all that good stuff and how it's going to work. And do me a favor too. Please share this link with your friends, your community, because the more the merrier. The more people we have in the group and the community cheering each other on for those 10 days. So days that you're kind of like, that they're going to be helping lift you up. And when you're celebrating some real cool breakthrough, they're there to cheer you on too. So I can't wait to see you. Again, it's katebeaters.com/challenge10. It's the numeric 10. Go ahead and register today. And I'll see you soon. Until then, be brilliant.